Hi everybody, welcome back to Critical Mass, and what a fitting day to review White Christmas because it is white outside. It is snowing like a son of a gun out there, and it kind of puts us in the Christmas mood, and we're going to review one of the all-time classic movies, White Christmas. These guys never watched these kind of movies, and I grew up with them, so we're going to see a different take, and if they think it's as good as I do, because it's completely different from the style of these days. Hallmark, sigh. Okay, Paul, why don't you give us a quick recap on White Christmas?
All right, 1954.
Mm-hmm.
And it stars Bing Crosby, Kaye, Vera-Ellen and Rosemary Clooney. Boom, that's the aunt of George Clooney. And honestly, we think there should have been a sequel to Holiday Inn, which we've already reviewed for you, because it stars Bing Crosby, has the song White Christmas in it, takes place in the same hotel. Did you know that?
Doesn't matter.
I didn't know that.
Doesn't matter that their names are different. The character names are different.
But they should have.
Had they been the same, this could have...
Had they foreseen they were going to make this movie, they could have made it a sequel.
Or they could have just,
But this is many years later. This is 12 years after Holiday Inn.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I'm, obviously, guys, I grew up with this. It is my go-to Christmas movie every year, along with Holiday Inn. What did you guys think of it?
Well, I enjoyed it. I don't know that it's something that I would watch every year, but I enjoyed watching it once. There were a couple of the song numbers that just didn't hit home for me, but the ones where they're actually performing it in front of an audience in the inn, I like those ones, like the Sisters one, and I like the obviously White Christmas. There were a couple of really comedic parts. There was one that I laughed at quite heartily is when they're putting on this big Broadway hit, and there's moving parts everywhere and everybody's singing and dancing, and then the camera turns to the audience. There's 3 people there, so I thought that was a pretty funny little section.
I don't watch black and white movies. The only reason I watch this is because it is a classic, and I wanted to see, okay, what's the big deal? Okay? And I'm actually happy I watched it. I preferred it to Holiday Inn.
Okay.
I liked how Bing Crosby was more of a performer in this rather than just a singer. And I don't know.
Did we say what it's about?
I think most people know what White Christmas is about.
Nobody our age does.
Okay, so you have 2 guys performing, Bing Crosby and Kaye. You have 2 girls performing. Kaye and Bing Crosby are a famous troupe, and these girls are just starting out, it seems. Yep. And they hook up. And Kaye wants Bing to stop being such a, he's addicted to business and so only thinking about work. So get a romance going. And so he tries to force his character together with Rosemary Clooney's character. And
hijinks ensue.
Hijinks.
What he missed off at the beginning of this is there opens up with a scene, Christmas Eve, and they are performing for the troops, and that's where they're singing White Christmas in front of the troops, and then the general comes up. The general is injured, and the general was sent back, is being sent back, and the troops are upset because they like their general, they love their general, and they're worried the new general is not going to be very good and things like that. So Kaye ends up saving Bing Crosby's life there, and he holds it over him for the rest of the movie. He keeps bringing up, and Bing Crosby character gives in every single time. So that's part of the story, because at the end, the big plot, they come to this inn, and the general happens to be the owner of the inn, and there's no snow in Vermont. And so the girls are there to perform, they follow the girls there, and there's no money, there's no nothing, he's gonna go under, and they decide to bring their troupe, which is a very famous troupe there, and they have this secret where they're gonna bring in all their army buddies from the war to surprise the general. And they end up doing this, but in the meantime, there's misunderstandings because they have an eavesdropping hotel guest, the person there at the front desk. But I thought that the end scene, like I still get a lump when the general walks into that room
And sees all the soldiers
and
there.
sees all the soldiers in there. I get a lump, and even he knows how, like, how do I get off, kind of thing. What do I do? And he does inspection, and like they trick him into coming down in uniform because they sent both of his suits out at the same time, and he's all upset. And he's not going to wear. But when they get there, there's this whole surprise, and that's when they have the big number at the end, and they show some really good performances in this. And to this day, I still get a lump
Oh, there's no shortage of talent in this movie,
in there.
that's for sure.
But it also has a lot of humor in there, and remember the scene on the train when they're just singing in there? They're trying to convince Bing to go to Vermont to follow the girls, and they start singing "Snow," and they make this little ski decoration on a hill on the tablecloth in front of them, and it's so imaginative for back then. It's not animation; it's real life little things they do from things on the table. When they are performing as the girls, they take over the girls so the girls can get away because there's a dirty hotel manager or something after them, and they're singing. And at one point, Danny Kaye's character goes to Bing Crosby and he goes with his big fluffy pillow on him, and Bing Crosby breaks character and bursts out laughing.
Actually, you know what?
And they kept it in the scene.
That's the thing. That wasn't part of the movie.
No.
They just started goofing around, and they said, "Whoa, we're gonna keep this in the show."
Yeah.
So everything it's just an ad lib, the whole thing.
And it's so classic, and I know it's coming. I know it's coming, but when Bing breaks character and goes like this, I have to laugh with it. It's that fun when people are enjoying themselves, and
Well,
you can tell
laughter is
they're
infectious.
It is, and
Well-
when people enjoy themselves,
I couldn't understand. Like, okay, the girls just did the number Sisters.
yeah.
And then they come out to give the sisters time to get away, and they do this bit. And I'm saying, why are they redoing Sisters? Why couldn't they do something else more imaginative or new? And now I found out that, it was just an ad lib and I kept it in.
Right.
Which, once you know the trivia, it's better.
Right.
Yeah, but I will go on record saying I still say it stands up. There are some songs in here, like the pantomime one,
Well-
and like things that are not Christmas that they're putting on a show, and I think those ones don't stand out as much. But when they're singing on stage, when he's singing to her, when White Christmas is being sung, those stand out and will live in your memory for a long time.
The Vera-Ellen, she's the one that gets together with Danny Kaye, not Bing Crosby. And apparently, all of the singing that she does in the movie is somebody else. She doesn't sing anything except for a couple of words.
No, it's the other girl who does it for both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's another singer, I forget who it was, but yeah, she doesn't do any of the singing. But she was known for her dancing, and that's why they did her
Yeah,
big dance.
which
number.
is also Danny Kaye. He's more of a dancer than a singer.
Danny Kaye was third in line. It was supposed to be Fred Astaire.
Yep.
Then it was supposed to be the guy O'Connor from Dancing in the Rain or Singing in the Rain.
Carol O'Connor.
Yeah,
No,
Donald O'Connor.
Donald O'Connor. Carol O'Connor is Archie Bunker. Sorry.
But then they got Danny Kaye.
Now your sequel would have really gone over had they made Fred Astaire the character.
Yes.
like he would have went.
Well, then it would have to.
What's going on? You got to change those names, guys. All right, White Christmas. Do you guys watch it every year? I do still, because there's Christmas movies you end up watching every year, no matter what. And these are some of them. And I think White Christmas is probably right up there for me as one of my favorite.
I liked it more than Holiday Inn. I haven't decided if I like it more than Singing in the Rain, but
Okay.
I liked it more than I thought I would because I just don't watch these old movies.
Okay. I enjoyed it. It's probably not something I would watch every year, but I think that everybody should watch it at least once.
Okay. And I'm curious to see what happens when we start watching some of these other movies from classics. Because we're going to watch some classics, we're going to watch some more modern takes, and we're going to compare them head to head and see what we think of them. And that's all coming up in some future episodes. So stand by, check out some more of our other videos while you're at it. Maybe hit that like button, the subscribe button, the notification button. Look at the snow falling. I'll put snow falling. Look at all the fun stuff. And until next time, we'll see you on the channel.